Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope. And today I come to talk to you about the different Latin gangs in jail and prison. You know, somebody asked me in the comment section to kind of drop a video on this. So I'm about to give y'all a bring you into the world, a little insight, you know what I'm saying, of the different gangs that be in jail and in prison. Cause I got some stories. I got stories about riots, you know what I'm saying, against Spanish people. It used to be crazy in there. Cause, in Rikers Island, there's a lot of division. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even black and white because there's not a lot of white people, but there's a lot of black and Spanish stuff going on the island. And it's usually fueled by the COs, because some of the COs be Puerto Rican or they be Dominican, and they be with that anti-black racist shit too. So, and some of them be gang banging too. Some of them be king, some of them be tribu. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened on the island that was instigated by the police on some racial stuff. But anyway, when I was on Rikers Island, I only really encountered a few Latin gangs. There was one kid that was like Vato Loco, but that didn't really count. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't count, not trying to play the Vatos Locos, but he was just like one person that I met that was Vatos Locos. You feel me? So I didn't really encounter a lot of them or any of them except him. But it was mainly like Latin King. You know what I'm saying? It was Patria. You know what I'm saying? You see MS-13. You see 18th Street. Not like that. I only met probably one or two 18th Streets on Rikers Island. I met some MS-13 dudes, but it wasn't really a lot of them. But the main gangs, the Spanish gangs on Rikers Island is the Latin Kings and the Trinitarios. You feel me? So it's crazy. In there, in adolescence, you know what I'm saying, I didn't really encounter a lot of these people. I encountered some patrias, and one of my next stories is a situation that almost got crazy with some patria dudes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all know. But anyway, back to the division. The police, the Spanish police and the black police, they be instigating a lot of situations in jail, which be leading into fights, because at the end of the day, they just work there. They just come there, they work there, and then they leave. I had a Hispanic CO. I don't know where she was. She probably was Puerto Rican or something. Yeah, because she was Puerto Rican. So she told me one time, she told me some shit I don't fuck with black people. You feel me? She straight up told me that. She was like, yo, I don't fuck with black people. She was like, but I give them what they need. You feel me? If they need shoes, if they need a blanket, if they need soap, if they need toothpaste, toothbrush, if they need whatever they need, I give it to them. She said, but I don't really fuck with black people. She was just keeping it a stack. I respect somebody that's gonna tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, you won't believe. Nah, it is what it is. You feel me? I respect somebody that's honest. But it was mad situations. It was one time I was about to go to the box. So I was in this one house one time and it was divided. It was Spanish and black, you know what I'm saying? So I was about to go to the box. This is before I went to the box, when I went to the yard and got into the fight. And then the CO, the black CO, she was telling me yo, I need you here. I don't need you to go to, I don't want you to go to the box or whatever, whatever, whatever. And this is because the sergeant had told her, you feel me? But this is how cool everybody was so cool was, right? She was like, yo, I don't want you to go to the box. I need you in the house because, the lady that used to come in before her. So you got the 7 to 3 shift, which is the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then you got the 3 to 11. So a Spanish woman used to work my house. This is in adults. A Spanish woman used to work my house from 7 in the morning to 3 p.m. And then in the nighttime from 3 to 11 p.m. A black lady used to work. So when the black lady in the afternoon, when she would hear that the Spanish lady in the morning brought the dudes bangers and stuff, or brought them contraband like chicken, food from outside, or whatever she heard that she brought for the Spanish dudes in the crib, the black lady in the afternoon, she would call the search. The Spanish woman used to do the same thing in the morning. If she came in the morning and she heard that yo, the black lady brought the black people something, she was gonna call a search too. So mind you, this is the type of games it was playing. If one heard that the other CO brought something for the Spanish people, they're gonna call a search. If the Spanish lady heard that the black chick brought something for the black people, she will call a search. So this is the type of crazy games that they play. Another thing, when I was there, the police, the CO, the gang intelligence dude, I know they was giving them Spanish boy weapons, man. Like you can't tell me they wasn't getting weapons from the COs, cause yo, the motherfuckers used to have stuff like this. They'll have a banger like this. Mind you, you can't make whatever they had, they'll have like a sword like this. You feel me? Mind you, like, if I grab this through here, like I could like do damage with the rest of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I could violate somebody with this. And they used to be having stuff like this. And mind you, you can't make that out of nothing in the prison. You know what I'm saying? You can't make it out of nothing in the jail. And they used to have like some crazy stuff. Mind you, this is Rikers Island. Mind you, they remodel a lot of these buildings. So it's no way you get your hands on some swords. You feel me? Like somebody gotta be helping you. You feel me? Like, so anyway, like they definitely was getting bangers from the police. So like it's crazy because a lot of times there used to be like riots between black and Spanish people, and it used to be crazy. I actually witnessed like a few riots. Those are different. I'm gonna get into them stories too though. But yeah, like it was like, and then on Rikers Island, like the dynamics is kind of different because the Latin Kings, it's like, so for example, when I went to the adults, that's when you really start to see the division a little more. So the Patrias. I remember one period I was there. The Patrias used to live anywhere. Like they used to put them in the blood house, in the crib house. They used to live anywhere. But then the Patrias, it don't take long for Spanish and black people to start rioting. You know what I'm saying? So the Patrias, whatever. The Patrias is like that. They get their little numbers up, and once they get their little, any gang is like that. I feel like once any gang get their numbers up in the house, they start trying to run shit. They start trying to like change how things go, and they try to control more. So same thing happened with the Patrias, I guess. You feel me? Like the Patrias in the blood house, and they will. I don't know what the clear situation, but they used to get into situations. Then they'll have riots or whatever, and then they'll move the Patrias. Then the Patrias can't live no longer with the Bloods, so they will move the Patrias to the Crip house, and then they will do the same thing. Like they'll be in the Crip house, and then they'll be like, getting their numbers up, and then they'll try to take over the Crip house, and then like then they'll. But I think at the bottom of it, it used to be some racial shit, and this is what I used to be trying to tell people: it's not some gang shit, it's some racial shit. Like it looked like it's some gang shit, but it's some racial shit. It's disguised. You feel me? So yeah. So the three was kind of deep. The funny thing is that like when I was growing up, like I never really ran into tribus in the street. Like I never really ran into patrias. You feel me? Like I remember it used to be mad DDPs. Like. And then out of nowhere, the DDPs just vanished. Like, I don't know where the DDPs went. I don't know what happened. But I know the DDPs used to be out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what happened to the DDPs. But, there used to be mad DDPs. I used to see it. And then and when I went to jail, like, everything was just patria. Tribu, dímelo que maní. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, like, shout out to my real rights tribus, man. Not the racist ones, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that's real right, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, yeah, so that's on the island. On the island is like the Latin Kings, they fuck with the Bloods. They usually don't live in Crip houses. They used to, but then they got into some with the Crips, and then they couldn't live. And Latin Kings be like, they ride the five, whatever. So they be with the Bloods. The Trinitarios, they have put them with the Crips. I don't know. The last time I checked, they was living with the Crips. You feel me? This was in the Beacon, of course, but then I don't know. Things probably changed. But then when you get upstate, like now when you get to prison, you have like, you might see more MS-13 and you might see more Sureños 13. You know what I'm saying? Like now you start to see like a little variety of like more Latin gangs. Like on Rikers Island is a city jail. So like you only gonna get people from the 5 boroughs, 5 big ass boroughs, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. But when you go upstate, you're gonna get people from Long Island, and a lot of like the MS-13s and like all them other Mexican gangs, a lot of them, they live like in Long Island, so it's not part of the 5 boroughs, so it makes sense. So when you get upstate, you see more MS-13, and like and like the spot that I landed upstate, like the Mexicans kind of like control. So it's kind of weird because like the spot that I landed in, upstate is kind of like different. The dynamics is different. So like the Puerto Rican people, they be with the Puerto Rican people. The Dominican people, they be with the Dominican people. So they just be doing like their own thing. And then like everybody else from Mexico down was together. You feel me? So if you from like Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, Argentina, Brazil, wherever the hell you from, everybody else is together. Like it was crazy. Like You know, so like we all used to play soccer together or whatever, like. But the Mexicans, I ain't gonna lie, the Mexicans had their low numbers, like, you know what I'm saying? They different type of breed up there. Like, well, not up there because they come from Long Island, but like it's just different. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never seen bald head Mexicans with like tatted up heads. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in the city. You feel me? Like, so when you get up there, you start to see that. You start to see like the bald head Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? With the tats in the head and all that other stuff. You know. So up there, you kind of like see more of that, but I feel like yeah. So it's a little different dynamic. It's just add like basically two more gangs because you know, from Latin King and just Patria, you go to like MS-13 and Sureños 13, you know what I'm saying? So like you barely really see 18th Street. I haven't really seen them, but you know, some of them be around, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's about it on the Latin games. But like it's funny because I was in a box one time and like this OG, this old head, he was telling like these other blood dudes in the box. He was like, "You blood motherfuckers should be ashamed of yourself." He said, "I remember in the 90s when the Lion Kings was chasing y'all." Cause you know the stories is that like you know the Kings and the Kings was wilding on black people. Period. Like it wasn't even like before blood became like a big thing in New York in jail. They were saying the Kings was just wilding on black people. Like they was just slashing black people. They was just cutting them just cause you was black type shit. So the dude was talking about like I remember when the Kings was chasing y'all, and like I remember when Blood started, and he was like, now look at y'all, y'all letting the same Spanish motherfuckers that was trying to kill y'all, cut y'all, and do all this shit to y'all. Y'all let them turn y'all gangs now. Y'all let them turn blood. Like y'all some suckers. So yo, the dude was just going in the box, but he was a dude that used to talk trash all the time. But like one thing I remember, like that shit doesn't make sense though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you started because like these people was like trying to take your head off. And then like, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden we cool now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I guess that's what happens a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like old beef, you know what I'm saying? We become cool, I guess. But you know, so that's just it about the Spanish gangs, man. Like um in Rikers Island you see the majority is Patria. You see a little few kings, but not too many. I feel like kings is dying down. You don't really see nietas either, like back in the days, like you know, so and then upstate is mostly like MS-13 or Sureños 13, you know what I'm saying? That usually be like the deeper Spanish games, like, you know. So that's just from my experience. Um, but yeah, let me know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know any other suggestions, any other videos y'all might have in mind. So that was about it, man. And I'm gonna get into like the dynamics, them Spanish and black dynamics, because you know I speak a little Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't identify as Spanish, but you know sometimes I felt like I was in a situation where I was like, yo, like you know, I mean, I was never gonna ride with the Spanish dudes because they used to be wrong half of the time. Half of the time, the Spanish dudes in jail was wrong, and they was just on some pride, on some anti-black pride shit. You feel me? Like, but I'm gonna let y'all hear them stories too, though, man. But like, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, man. Word.